Alright, hello everybody, it's the Demon coming back for another round of Vicky 2's Japan. So, ended the previous episode, I actually don't remember. Probably going to war with either the Russians, the Chinese... Yes, I actually don't remember. It's been a little bit since I played this, at least a couple days, so my mind's kind of blank. If I remember correctly, maybe it was the Chinese. We fought something with the Russians, I thought. Yeah, maybe they declared war on us, or we declared war on a faction of theirs. I don't remember. Um, but as I said probably at the last episode, it is we are getting dangerously close to the end of the game, which means we have to prepare for whatever little bit of wars we have remaining. Um, money is doing excellent. The population is sitting at over 110 million people. In terms of overall size, I think we're larger than the Russians. We have 22 million people available. Yeah, I bet we have like minimum 10 to 20 million more. I know North German Federation formed, but with them losing the Northern Rhineland, I don't see them ever forming Germany. It's actually an interesting game, at least under that part of the game. I know we had that going away. Rebellions. I don't believe it's rebellions. Oh yeah, I said I was going to get the heavy armament. Oh, that is right, because I sat there and said if the Russians declare war again, I gotta make sure I have good troops on it. If I also remember correctly, we can't really declare war on anybody. Sit there and see. Oh, maybe that's what we did. Did we take the rest of the... We didn't take all the colonies, but we did get some. Sam's guarded by them. You're guarded by them. Can't do anything with Yins. So maybe that's what was going on. I was getting ready for another war. The Netherlands. Want to make them my bitch. We have a peace treaty, so I can't. And I can't call for elections, so that's another pain in my ass. Let's see, the infrastructure's doing fine. Can't really go to war with the Chinese, there's no point. All I'd want is Formosa and Port. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Perfect. How many of my population? All pops in Japan. How many of you idiots support anarcho-liberalism? 4%. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Well, I guess that's what we'll do then. We'll get ready to go war Japan or China. I guess we'll go for Formosa. And if I can get away with it, if we don't get a lot of infamy, I might even go for Port Arthur. I'm not involved in that, I didn't mind. Just got the artillery. Go for aeronautics. Intervene immediately. Yeah, so what we might do is finish out the army doctrine, finish out the naval doctrine, finish out the industrial side, and save economics for last. I'll have a boost to it, so it's fine. Troops are getting ready to go. If I get lucky on this, I'd like to get more. I'll I'll probably get found. There's no way I get do that well. Oh, that's good tea. Let's see how the Persians look. I didn't get anything out of that war. I do feel sorry for North Germany, but wait, no, what? The NSDP. Ah, there we go. I will garner the land. I'll let the rich vote. Really? So the NSDP is in charge of North German Federation. What a surprise. Okay, when's that war goal gonna pop up? In about 60 days. 2 months will be 0.3. We'll see when it expires, and I'll make my decision then. Because whatever gets me closer to this being down is good, because I might be able to bring jingoism up through the elections. And it looks like Yangtze's at war with them. Good for you. Good for you. I'm definitely going for Formosa, that's what I want. I want the islands. I own a lot of this island chain, I'm a happy man. Okay, so when does this war go end? 21st of March, 1925. So I'm going to let that sit on it for a while. Okay, Yangtze's not actually in the war. Pacifism's for pussies, I don't like that. China owns Xinjiang now. If it actually get Mongolia, it could be a major threat. What's its 16 to 30 tech? That's nothing. Got till March. Got some time, I can let that jump down. If this election ends, I can always do a new election. So let her keep going. Got till March of 25. Surprisingly enough, the Imperialist faction won. I can only imagine why. We will lower taxes even further. We'll actually lower it to 50% across the board. %50 on the poor, 50% on the middle class, with the rich having a 25%. Probably lower that down a lot more. Upgrade the factories again. It looks like some of them are running into issues. Looks like you're at war with the Chinese, aren't you? We're going in. Burma wants an alliance. Happily take that alliance. Okay, send the reinforcements down south. Units need to learn to adapt. Send more men in. They don't have gas to attack or defense, so they're done. Only one of those armies. You guys are going in. Advantage is ours. Okay. Hold a new election. Maybe we luck out. Maybe we get what I'm looking for. China wants peace, but I don't. I want you guys to flip. Perfect. Alrighty, with that going on there, got this going on over here. What time is it? 8:30. Oh my god, the Chinese suicide charge. I love it. Protectionism, of course. Digging just got finished. Alright, so... Okay, Navy's where I care about next. It's gonna let them suicide charge into me. If they want to kill their men, go right ahead. Oh my god, that's a massacre. I've never seen murder on that scale before. Jesus Christ. Head here, reinforce them down here. They're suicide charging. Jesus Christ, China, quit. It's not worth it. It's goddamn not worth it. I mean, I'll keep this going. I got nothing to lose. No. No. I want this war to keep going. I want my jingoism up. I want Port Arthur. Head over here, we're going to Qingdao. A jingoism on the rise? Not really. We'll hold a new election. Head down here. I'd rather actually blockade that port. That'd really piss them off. Push is real, push is real. By the time they get in there, I already have that secured. Do that. Do that. Go in, boys. Naval base secured. Pluralism. I'm not a fan of it. Here and here. Jesus Christ. Go in there, support him. South. It's pretty bad when I send like a quarter of the army and my troops hold better than theirs do. There we go. Give me Port Arthur, I'm a happy man. Go here. Force our boys here. Oh, we're over. Shiza. Well, this will get interesting soon enough. Give me what I want. Here. 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 Oh yeah, and I had a new army. Had a little off stock. Well, maybe we get lucky and we get our infamy down in time. If not, it's gonna get real soon. Okay, we're gonna try to safeguard the mainland as best we can. Because it's about to get real bad. Start safeguarding my primary areas. Chibo will get an extra upgrade because I misclicked. Actually, anything in Kanto, get an upgrade on. Stuff's good. I like Taiwan, we'll safeguard it. Safeguard Kyushu. There's 2 islands here. Did I get both of them? Nope. That one. That one. This. There's a couple countries I'm actually concerned with declaring war on me. Hey, where the hell's my port? Oh, there she is. Okay. Preparation in case they do try to get a war with me. Upgrading the islands. Jesus Christ, can't see. My eyes are starting to get sore. Wonder why. Okay, you guys are all safeguarded to the best of our ability. We got 2 more months. If we can hold for 2 more months with no war declared. I know there's some countries eyeballing me right now and they're going, ooh, over infamy, we kill you. Okay, where's First Fleet? Head to Hiroshima. Okay. I think I might be able to build 1 more fleet. That is what I'm going to try. We got 1 more month. If we hold for 1 more month, no war, I got a chance. Hold. Hold. We've holded. No war. Okay, thank God. That could have been dicey. That could have been dicey. Done with them. Persia he at war with. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ports are getting upgraded. Yunnan. Yangshi, no! No! We lost Yangshi! She has fallen into darkness. Well, with this territory under control, the last place holding out is Yunnan. Damn. Wow, Persia's owning them. They lost the northwestern portion up here in Tabriz. They lost portions of their coastline, but don't worry. They've taken like a portion of Pakistan, and they're about to take a portion of Central Asia. Dreadnought, we need artillery guns. Are you kidding me? Please end that. Please end it. Hopefully this means artillery guns are getting saved. Or they are not. Do I have any other locations? Iron is available. We do not. Because I need artillery. Fourth greatest power in the game. Third greatest prestige. Guys, push here, kill them off. Push back here, fine there. I think we're good. Okay, those guys went down there. Excellent. Okay. Guess we'll secure Burma. Oh, these 15-inch guns. Well, I don't see any of us going for more war goals after this. Italy, you want an alliance? Nah, it goes against my creed. I have an alliance with them. No. Britain, why'd you break my alliance? Sure, Cambodia. Add this guy to my influence. Really, a fascist regime has taken over. You're not communist, that'd be great. Dreadnought is still not being built. How much of the artillery are we building? We're building 36% of the world's artillery guns. Who the hell is buying all the artillery then? That I can't build it in my home country anymore. Well, how about we try battleship? It's even less artillery. Come on. North German Federation. I don't need that alliance. Good luck. Yeah, my industry ain't gonna keep up with this. Really? Formosa's a... How? How is that a state of mine? That doesn't even make sense. How the hell did I state that already? Ah, god damn it. Okay, Navy's done, that's done. I would vote for this. Get the cultural crap done. Cambodia going. Yeah, war will be fine. Can I even build in their countries? Nope. Then what's the point of you? Oh, Jesus. We're now friendly. Intervene immediately. Population is still rather big. Proud of my boys. Point the fascist faction. Oh, really? So the anarcho-liberals and the fascists or communists have to gain power by revolution. I thought maybe you could just appoint them. Well, the moment I hear that ship done, I'm pretty much set to go. Could lower tariffs by 5%. Maybe we can import them. What is this? Why can't I use any of my resources? Do we not really have enough factories for this? Hell, the anarcho-liberals want it in. Okay, you're not getting in my territory. I don't give a damn. Alright, I see the issue to fix this out. We must do the only logical thing. We must do industry tech. Do shift work. RGO, output efficiency tech 5%, factory throughput tech plus 10. Maybe it's because we're building those ports up? I'm not backing you. Whoa. Bulgaria just gained independence, holy crap. Oh, we lost Brazil? How sad. hell's my brother want? Not worried about that. Okay, I don't care about that. Start increasing relations. These guys. Good. Now I can increase my frickin' tariffs again. Keep upgrading those factories. I want them going. What's this? Oh. Spain's trying to get access to Iberia. It's trying to insert its dominance. I like it. Well, it seems like the factory situation's been fixed. Somewhat. It's not perfect, but it is there. Somehow I have fuel, but nothing else. Making a third battle fleet would definitely give me the advantage. Okay, we did shift work, so we're going to do social alienation now. Hopefully that increases output. Why is there 1 million people in Formosa? What the hell were the Chinese doing? Definitely building this new fleet's giving me the advantage, though. Glorious fleet, and level 2. That might actually jump me over the military size. Build me more troops. Oh, that's pretty good now. Maybe I can get to 3rd place. I'd like to get a little bit higher on the chart here. Let's see, what country has the most prestige? I am ranked 3rd. Britain has more than me, but France has more than both of us. Industry, I am 5th grade, as with France, the United States, them. Okay, so there's a couple countries that have a better industry than me. But I am just ranked number 1. In army strength. My industry will power this. Beautiful. Oh. Yeah, you know what? Cancel these. These communists. They're not. Quickly, quickly. Take them back to shore. That's all I meant to do. Start killing the rebels. Same thing. Land. Kill rebels. Head here. Pick up more troops. Head here. Got that more troops. How are the islands looking? Could be better, they could be worse. I think you guys can secure this. I want you guys to secure that back. You're fine. How are the islands looking? Pacific Islands look fine. Head home. Pick troops. Head them back here. Kill rebels. What are we doing? What are we doing? Head down here. Kill that. Head here. Kill that too. Yes. Kill them. Kill them all. Or Jacobin rebels just rebelled. Get me. This will be the last army I can send in. All the other places look fine. Actually, wait a minute. Head to Manila, quick. Okay, I see the problem. My army's dealing with this thing right now. Dead in an instant. Okay, I'd like to grab the army. Send them up here, quick. Travel fast, travel fast. Send. Go up here, start killing them. Kill them. Good boys, good boys. I'll take it all back. Kill them first. There we go, there we go. Good boys. Good boys. God, that almost got bad. This rebellion came to a halt. Here. You're done. Say like right here. You guys are done. Get over here, start picking up troops. Alright. Well, if that thing's taught me anything, it's prepare for an all-out war. Holy crap, that was a great ground war. Troops proved themselves. They got the dub. Jesus Christ. There's Jacobin rebels, man. They wanted everything. You got the win in the end. Here next. Down here, pick up these boys. Picking up a lot of all stock as well. Here. Screw the Russians. well. Okay, we got that. Do electric furnace. Head up here. Pick up these guys. Take them back to Manila. Good, good, good. And found fascism again. I like prestige. And the bad thing is this stuff messed up everything. Yeah, not everything. At least some of it survived. Not all of it. But some of it. Good enough by me. See, what we'll do is we'll try to get the rest of this industrial stuff done. We're not going to get all of this done. That was a given. But I can at least get most of the tech stuff. We're just down on economic tech. That's not bad. Industry is beautiful. Beautiful. It's not perfect. We could build a hell of a lot more. I just don't see the reasons to. How's that rebellion looking now that I murdered them? Alive and kicking. Well, now. Get down there before the other guys get done. Alright, boys, good job. Join forces and become a great army. Electric furnace. Go for limited access roads, because I love my limited access roads. Where the hell else are they rebelling? Leave me alone. Little bastards. Jacob and rebels don't seem to learn. You want freedom? Okay, bitch, I got an army with gas. I don't believe in human rights yet. Okay, you guys head to Edo, you're the royal guard. Formosa, you will have my radio. Say, build me automobiles. And the electric gear. factory. Oh yeah, you guys already have an aeroplane. Wait, you trying to make machine parts? No, I want aeroplanes. So I can build machine parts. There we go. What do you people want? Censored press. Yeah, there you go. Only the rich aristocrats and capitalists may vote. Actually, I should have calmed a lot of people down. The suffrage movement's getting a little popularity, but... Oh. Haven't done this for a while. You guys are fine, you guys are fine. Okay, I have nothing I want to deal with you with. Limited access roads. Dealing with these rebellions. March your way up. My personal favorite fights are the ones where like it's stuck on a single ticket for like an hour and then it just goes, yeah, this is value. Guys succeeded. We take back our province and you guys can head back to Edo. As long as they didn't retake anything from me. Thank God on that. I kept troops here. Synthetic polymers. Cool. America's got an army. That looks nice here. Where are you? Armies are everywhere they need to be. I could definitely see East Asia being this way. Yunnan was too powerful, so it couldn't be gobbled up by China. Mongolia stayed pretty powerful in the north. The anarcho-liberals took control of China. I could definitely see that being a thing. Russian Empire was pushed back to its borders. Nothing really happened in Europe, though. Europe was a boring game. I'll probably play this out till it's done. Good. We'll just go straight down that line. If we get it all researched in time, I'm a happy man, but I'm fine with not having it done. You know, it's not really a goal to get all the research. I don't necessarily need all the tech to be done. It's not really about being the greatest power in the world either, as much as I want to be. In terms of the Navy, who has a better Navy than I? The Russians have 12 ships. North Germany, 12 ships. Austria, 14. Italy, 98. Ooh, you're up there. France, 147. The question is how many of them are outdated. Britain's only got 50. United States, 107. 90 of my ships are actual ships. So I have 30 dreadnoughts, 30 battleships, 60 cruisers, about 10 transport vessels. Which in theory I could build a brand new fleet. Actually, it's a really good point. I could build a brand new fleet. That got done. Do modern central bank. I wonder if I get all these ships out in time. I could probably get the cruisers done. The industry can beat to it. Doing their big factory upgrade. Let's see. Question is, will all those ships get done before the game ends? I think the majority of them should get done. Oh my god. Now the Filipinos are angry. Die, you sons of bitches, die. Yeah, you guys should be good. Ooh. That's a pog moment right there. National Banking Act. Yeah, a good chunk of those ships will get done. Oh my god, now there's rebellion in Brunei. So like the Japanese after frickin' Man in High Castle. For some reason everybody keeps trying to kill you. Jesus, Yangtze as a sphere, that's broken because I'm not supposed to actually be able to have them as a seer. Good, all the ships are finishing up. Good, good, good. I might actually have all these done in time. Yeah, these might all get done before the end game. That might give me the military power I need to be number one. Japan number one. Who is the strongest military power considered? I'm nearing 1900. France. Damn. The Koreans are in on it. You guys are just gonna march right through here. Kill all of them. Let's see, you come up here, you're gonna pick those troops up. Have that damn island. Get right back on the ship. Get back to Hiroshima. Ah, the last and final election of the game. So you guys will de-siege that. Like state capitalism. Question is, what else we can get? As far as I'm concerned, I think this game is done. Not much else we can do. Infrastructure was bought to max. The only territory that never maxed out was Formosa, it looks like. It looks like it's trying to. What is considered max? 6? It has to get to level 6. I don't think it'll have the time. Nah, it won't have the time. Is this tech gonna be done? Should be done before, yeah. So organizational development will be the last one we ever get. Russia, how are you doing? You're maxed out on industry. Looks like you are. You are as well. And the Bulgarians are. Wow. Wonder how many people were able to get the industry or all the tech's done. I've gotten most of them. I'm pretty impressed on that front. Does it tell us whether they got all the tech? Not all the army tech. Yeah, you're missing 6. You're missing 12 of that. Minimum wage movement, my ass. Basic school system first. Japan may not be very educated. I can't say 90%, 96% of the population can read. That's actually good. Ah, the end game. So much fun. This was actually a really good ending to this. Got that. This will be the last one we get. 1231. Really? Wow. It's kind of cool. Oh my god, he's gonna text me 30 times. 1 second. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to end this out before I get 30 more bombarded messages. It's gonna be fun dealing with that. Overall, I'll say this. This was a very fun game. I did not think it was going to turn out the way it did. I had some concerns. Had a lot of concerns. I was definitely thinking under the line that we have troops here in China. there, I would dare say I need naval force and truck. Personally, I'd build one more naval force and put it in Midway. It's kind of pog being able to do that. I like that idea. That's kind of cool. We'll actually jump it down to speed 3. Yeah, I said I was actually going to finish this after I did my update video, and update video got finished. Now I'm on this, finishing this game out. I don't know how many people could use this as a guide. Play Japan. It really comes down to luck and how much you're willing to choose the game. Like, I could pause the game. If anybody wants to know how to lower the Infamy, and you can do it through an event by console commands. It's called Event, E-V-E-N-T, spacebar it, 18540. That'll give you a Jingoism one. Or not a Jingoism one. That one will give you an event where it's like an imperialism thing. You can give yourself prestige and a bit of a infamy reducer, or go for straight infamy. That's usually what I used to do, but I think I'm keeping this written as is. I like the 0.15. It's not as much. It's still, you wouldn't think it's very much, but 0.05 can definitely be a game changer. I'm fine with 0.03 during wars. Sort of makes sense. Just because of everything going on in the wartime department, so it actually does make sense to not let players. I definitely could see reducing infamy is going down much slower. Jump down to speed 2 now, since we're getting so much closer to the end. In terms of the world, I'm very shocked with what I see. Russia pushed in and took some Persian territory. Bukhara and Khiva and Khakan are still alive. Bukhara became Afghanistan, Khakan still exists, and Khiva is that little province there. China definitely wasn't as much of a surprise. To be honest, I didn't really think they'd be doing what they're doing here. They definitely took more territory than I thought they would, and they did. But then at the same time, they didn't, because I was able to free Gongshi. It's a meme in of itself, and that's a little bit broken if I can get them as a sphere, even though I can't sphere them, because now I have a pretty powerful Southern Chinese alliance, and these guys are at 19 of 30 tech. Jeez, they're powerful. I will say this much though: if you are going to play Japan, you might have to retry it a few times. I'm not gonna lie. I've played Japan before, have clear-cut games and no issues. Other games where I literally have rebellion after rebellion and I have to reset. Sometimes, like when we saw the European powers all gangbang us and I had to give up Sakhalin, that can happen a fair bit of times where you have to basically accept the L and give up either a little bit of territory or you might lose more. Again, don't forget about diplomatic alliances. Increase those relations until you can become an equal power in the playing field. That is not getting done before then. It might. It's trying to say it will. I don't feel like that's factually correct. But again, it really went well. I think the assault for Johor, Ayak, Acha, I forget what they're called, and North Borneo were three great ideas. Gave us a lot of territory early on, some good resources. Definitely for future oil production. This place is great because of the precious metals. My only regret is I didn't get these two provinces. Because one has rubber, the other one has tropical wood, and that would have gave acceptable schools. Okay, I'll wait till the 31st and then I'll pause, because then we're getting close. Because then it'll take me out of this. I definitely thought the Netherlands war was going to be something that was a lot worse than what it was. Turns out we got pretty lucky in the Netherlands war, and they didn't have much down here, and I was able to kick their butt. I had just enough ships to pull the maneuvers off, and they were willing to surrender real quick. They really weren't able to get a foothold anywhere. The war for Korea, easy. I am glad I did reset because I did have an issue where I tried to take southern China, but the Chinese had too many troops and it was not worth it. In comparison to when I finally did modernize and I overtook them, that's when this game got a lot more fun. I definitely didn't think the Sakhalin War was going to go as well as it did with the Russians. I thought maybe we'd have a more difficult time, but it turned out to go in our favor. Still very surprised they didn't take the Kurils or try to declare war on them. Usually they do. But this time we got them without any issues. Makes me wonder if they updated that, because I know years ago when I played through this, they always got these two. Maybe they updated where they won't try for it as often unless it's just sitting there. Was glad we were able to get some colonies going. I know when I played off screen and did like a small test run for how I wanted to do this, I think originally somebody got Borneo and Northern New Guinea, and it was a battle, and I had to give them up, and I had to accept smaller territory. But this time around, it actually worked in my favor, and I got both my provinces, and Netherlands, for whatever reason, never colonized really. That actually shocked the ever-living hell out of me. Usually Netherlands is always colonizing, so, even here in Africa, Spain has some colonies. That's disgusting. Um, Spain has colonies, but the Dutch never colonized. I must have did it too fast, and they didn't get to do anything. Um, at the same time, I did like getting my Pacific Islands. I wish we could have did one more war with Spain and took Peleliu, Guam, and Saipan. That would have been kind of neat. But I accept where we're at right now. I'm fine with that. Because overall, I definitely could see like a World War II scenario where, with the way Japan's at right now, she is an empire. She has natural resources. And overall, I think stands a pretty good chance of winning any type of warfare that goes through. Would I have liked more control over the Indonesian islands? Yes. I would have liked Western New Guinea, taking the Moluccas, the rest of southern Borneo, Sumatra. Maybe not these southern ones I could see, but definitely controlling this bit up here would have been kind of nice. But I can accept where we're at. The Vietnam side of things with Indochina, I do like securing the large sum of that. I wish we could have got Siam, but I had to accept where we were at with them. We did get Burma, Lang Prong. I have no idea how to pronounce that. In Cambodia, we got them as spheres. I wish we could have got Colombia. I really do. I would have loved to have built the Panama Canal and owned it, but the AI were going pretty crazy over here, and I couldn't do that. Shocked the hell out of me. The U.S. is broken as it always is because it always takes freaking the British Columbia portion, which I don't understand why it does. And it also took a extra portion of Mexico out. I hate this game sometimes. USCA, still large and in charge. Kinda liking it. Spain kept some of its colonies. Wait, it went to war with Portugal for this and never took it. But it lost Catalonia. I'm definitely surprised in terms of the great powers. U.S. became #1 overall. It looks like its industry overtook everybody. Yeah, that industry went ham. Jesus. In terms of prestige, me and France were the only one to reach 4 figures. And they're just sitting at over 400 more. My industry comes nowhere close. Actually, no, wait a minute. The British have a higher industry. It's their military. Oh, I mean, I have more than the United States, but its military is starting to get powerful. Russia, I see, is weak. Yeah, but I'm actually surprised. Austria actually stayed Austria this game. They did not weaken. This was actually a surprise. Usually, I don't think I've ever seen a game for a while where the North Germans Germany never gets formed. Prussia just got curb stomped constantly. Like, there was nothing he could do. Like, I was seeing the wars go on, they just kept losing influence, and when they lost this portion of Ostprussian, there was nothing they could do. Surprisingly, Scandinavia is still alive, but Denmark is that. Um, the Persian thing's that's disgusting. Surprised the Ottomans got so much territory, but they did not get as much as Africa they did, but the British did get Suez, so that's historically accurate. France, it's got colonies, but I'm surprised Sokoto lived. Usually somebody goes in and kills them. Even I've been killing them now. British own a lot of South Africa. The Ottomans definitely colonized like crazy. This is a big colony game for the Ottomans. I am happy with Russia though. Glad I took them out of here. This was actually a nice territorial grab. I know I did this one time where like I pushed all the way up to like Upper Oltsk. I don't know where the hell that is. That Eastern Siberian bit. I pushed all the way up to here. I took all that, and it was a waste. It made my name go big, but it was just a waste of land. Complete waste of land. Is there anything I wish I could have did differently? A couple things, but overall, this was a good campaign. Again, if you like my opening moves, I hope they were to your satisfaction. I hope everybody's okay with the mid-game map change. This map is beautiful. I'm always using this. I think it's called the Mini Mesh map, something like that. You type in Victoria 2 mods. The one I forget what the website's called, but I think it's like Mod BB, something like that. It has a lot of Vicky 2 mods. You can like play the there's like an alternate history one where like Britain and France are like one empire. Germany forms under a different group. Burgundy's alive. Scandinavia is huge. Muscovy's alive, and Russia never formed. There's like 3 Americas. It's a bit of a messy looking game, but it looks pretty cool. I know there's HPM too. A lot of people play HPM. I tried playing it a couple times by myself, and there's certain aspects I do like with it. Definitely like the changes in here. I love political and social reforms because it gets a little bit more detailed. But every time I've tried playing it, I just can't get into it. It just doesn't feel right. And I don't know what it is. I'm just not a fan of it that much. There's more countries. I do like that, but it's bleh. I don't know. A lot of people do like it though. But let's go ahead and just jump up. And this game is broken, so it didn't get that. 100 years in game. Look at that. Beautiful. So, our country ended with 1,046 prestige, 2,207 in industry, a 1969 in military power, and we had a 75 million in ducats. Fourth greatest power, and we had a population of 32.42 million, which it was actually much higher than that. That was just what we could get access to. Where is country pop province? Is there anything that just tells you overall country population? Doesn't really. So Japan, you can kind of get an idea. We have, what, 430? No. Yeah. That's over 1 million. Yeah, maybe we did. Maybe we did only have that much. I thought there was one that told you actually. Sokka itself had 1 point. Wow. Alrighty. But can't really get more into the details. I thought we had more than that overall in population. But with that, all I have to do is say this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, everybody, I don't know what I'm playing next. Hopefully I get more of the Mass Effect series done. If not, I'm still satisfied nonetheless. So I'll be sure to see you next time. Thanks.